He preached the absolute death of the ego and the complete surrender of material desire. Yet, he accumulated a fleet of 93 custom Rolls-Royces, built a private city in the American West, and ended up in handcuffs facing federal immigration charges. Even now, more than 3 decades after his death, his voice dominates internet spirituality. Millions of people stream his audio lectures and buy his books every year, seeking the guidance of a man known simply as Osho. Long before he became a global icon, he was Chandra Mohan Jain. Born in the Indian state of Madhya Pradesh in 1931, he possessed an almost clinical obsession with human psychology. He watched how people behaved, what they believed, and most importantly, how they could be influenced. By the 1950s, that curiosity turned into open rebellion. As a student at Jabalpur's Hitkarani College, his relentless interrogation of traditional philosophy derailed lectures to the point that frustrated professors gave the administration an ultimatum. Jain was expelled. He openly argued that organized religion existed entirely to control the masses. So how did a fierce critic of dogma end up constructing one of the 20th century's most rigidly controlled spiritual empires? Osho realized he could offer something traditional gurus couldn't. He developed a hybrid philosophy, fusing the passive meditation of Eastern mysticism with the probing techniques of Freudian psychoanalysis. He weaponized this philosophy to attack cultural taboos, advocating for sexual liberation. His lectures outraged traditional clerics, but attracted tens of thousands of seekers paying for spiritual release. To join his inner circle, followers had to sever ties with their past. Osho systematically stripped away their former identities, renaming every female follower Ma and every male follower Swami. He enforced strict physical branding. Disciples were required to wear loose red or orange garments to allow energy to flow. They also had to wear a wooden necklace containing a locket with his portrait at all times. Under the explicit promise of freeing people from societal expectations, he had quietly instituted a rigid, uniform identity that isolated them from the outside world. Driven away by Mumbai's harsh monsoon weather, Osho relocated his operations to Pune. Here, his traveling lecture series morphed into a highly profitable, permanent ashram, offering a menu of controversial, intensely physical therapies. As the money poured in, a strict exclusionary policy took shape. At the peak of the ashram's success, native Indian citizens were systematically barred from participating in these active therapy sessions. Osho claimed that Westerners, coming from highly structured and depressive societies, required aggressive psychological release. Indians, he argued, only needed quiet, passive meditation. Inside the commune, ashram leaders actively encouraged the constant changing of sexual partners. This extreme doctrine quickly led to severe, rampant outbreaks of sexually transmitted diseases, spreading rapidly among the followers. With disease spreading, the administration realized pregnancies and children would drain the commune's resources. To eliminate this problem, ashram doctors highly encouraged and frequently performed sterilization operations on the followers. A space explicitly engineered to be the ultimate sanctuary for human freedom had devolved. It was now a biologically hazardous environment governed by dictatorial control. By the early 1980s, Osho's physical health was failing. Severe asthma, diabetes, and extreme allergies forced him into total isolation. He stopped speaking publicly, communicating only through a select group of insiders. Into this power vacuum stepped his young, fiercely ambitious secretary, Ma Anand Sheila. Taking complete control of the organization's logistics, she orchestrated a massive, highly secretive migration out of India. In 1981, they relocated to the high desert of Oregon. Sheila and the Inner Circle transported 2,500 followers across the globe to physically build a massive, self-sustaining utopian city from scratch. The empire immediately collided with federal immigration laws. As authorities closed in on the commune's illegal activities, Osho attempted to flee the United States. He was intercepted, arrested, and spent 17 days in an American jail. To avoid further prison time, he agreed to deportation. Denied entry by multiple sovereign nations, he was forced into a humiliating return to India, where he died shortly after at the age of 58. He possessed a profound ability to decode and manipulate human psychology, weaponizing it to build a global empire. Ultimately, his inability to resolve his own glaring ideological contradictions guaranteed its spectacular destruction.